welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. I'm JC and Happy New Year. And welcome to 2026 and my goals video or plans, same difference, for 2026. I am going to eventually work on an opening spiel for me, but right now I don't have one. But I am the author of The Diary Succession of Lies and the Weight of Her, along with 3 other poetry collections on my author page, links below. I also have an online store with writer merch that you can peruse, and hopefully you'll see something you like. I have a blog, an online magazine, and I post videos at least once a week. Hopefully we're going to get back to 2 times a week this year. And I have a couple of other things I am planning for the year, which we shall get to. Okay, so this is going to be, I'm sharing, we'll start with my goals for 2026 overall. I know that it's traditional to do the whole 26 for 26. I did the 25 for 25, and people did the 24 for 24, and so on and so on. But what I learned about the 25 goals for 2025 was that 25 goals was way too much in my current circumstances to expect myself to be able to bring to fruition. So in the spirit of creating much more manageable goals this year, hopefully, cross fingers, I did 12 goals for 2026, one for each month, 12 months in the year. I figure it's manageable to be able to achieve the one of these goals per month. And they're not simple goals, but they're not hard goals either, if that makes sense. Some of them are little simple goals, but okay, we're just gonna 12 goals in 2026. Number 1, to buy myself some flowers. I've never been bought flowers before. I've been bought a single rose before, but I've never been bought flowers, like a bouquet of flowers, by anyone ever before. And I've never even bought myself flowers. I've thought about it, and then I've either decided not to because I thought it was silly to buy yourself a bouquet of flowers, or I just didn't have the money to. So I want to buy myself, and specifically, a bouquet of sunflowers. So that's probably going to be more in the summer because I love sunflowers. They're my next roses are my favorite, but sunflowers are right behind it. Number 2, to treat myself to a mini writing retreat at some nearby hotel, kind of like the night that I had back for my birthday. Granted, I didn't do much writing, but I got other things accomplished there, and mostly I got some peace of mind and just had some me time. But I would like to actually have more than just one night, so we'll see how that shakes out. But if I can at least get one night, it still counts. Number 3, visit at least one of my author writer friends. It's probably more feasible to try to visit Nia or someone that's on the East Coast, but if I can get somewhere on the west side of things, in Missouri mayhaps, that would be great too. If I had a better car that didn't need so many things done to it at the moment, I could drive there. It would take a while, but it'd be an adventure. But yeah, my car's not set up to do that much driving. Maybe I could get to where Nia is, but that's a bigger stretch. But just visit one of my author friends at least. It'd be nice if I can get to see more, but at least one. Number 4, to get a therapist and start regular therapy sessions. I know I was supposed to do that in the last quarter of 2025, but that didn't happen. So we're gonna do that this year because I really need one. being here. Number 5, to take at least one course class that will help me in my writing and author career. Whether it be Sarah Cannon's HB90, Publish and Thrives, any online course, I need to make the time to at least take a course, or maybe go to a nearby college and audit a course. That still counts as well. Number 6, to send out a letter or card, snail mail, to my writer friends, at least one in 2026, preferably all of them, but at least one. I miss sending letters and cards in the mail. It's a lost art form that really we should revive again. Number 7, to send an email or letter to at least 5 big name people who motivate, inspire me. Shonda Rhimes, Kerry Washington, those kind of names. Some names in the industry-ish area that influence me and inspire me, and kind of cold calling, but cold emailing, whatever you want to call it, but not really to ask for anything, just to kind of, they probably will never, they might get it, but just to let them know how much they inspire and motivate me. I've always thought that sending something to someone big name like that would be silly because they probably will never read it. Who am I? But why not? Who am I not to? Number 8, to travel to at least one place outside of the DMV area. So I live in what's called the DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia. And I would like to travel somewhere that's not DC, Maryland, or Virginia. Well, I don't go to DC ever, but yeah, I would like New York. New York is a bit expensive. It's out of my, I'm not set up like that, but I don't know, just anywhere. If I could combine my mini writing retreat and this, I would, but I don't think that, I'm not sure that's feasible, but just to travel anywhere. If I go to visit an author friend, that actually would count. Number 9, to publish at least one book this year, which I'm pretty sure will happen. Number 10, to put together a query packet for my middle grade by end of the year, because I have to rework some things for that to happen, but that's on my list. Number 11, to get my hair professionally done at some point because it really needs it. You can't see under here, but it's not great. And number 12, to do one in-person author event this year because I'm terrified of doing them. And I want to try to get over the things that I'm scared to do. So now we're going to move on to the writing plans, which is kind of what everyone's here for, right? Well, I got a bit ambitious in my writing goals. Well, not too ambitious, I don't think. I think I can achieve them the way I am trying to set them up. So my overall goals for JC Carpenter, because I plan to launch the pen name in the later half of this year. So for JC Carpenter, I'm going to publish, hopefully, I have down 2 novels. I know that at least one, When Love Calls, name subject to change, will get published. But the second one might be more of a novella. And it's the weight of her prequel that I have been working on for my Patreon members, which, if you've been a member of my Patreon, you've gotten to read the very rough draft of that. It'll be a novella, not a full-length novel. But I think that is because originally I was gonna try to outline and do a whole other novel, but I think that would be more manageable, and it still counts as publishing a book. And I really ended up liking the weight of her prequel that I wrote, that I never planned on writing, and came out of nowhere. I really ended up liking it, so I kind of wanted to see the world. Of course, members of my Patreon have gotten to see it first in its original state. They'll get to see every other's iteration of it first, obviously, because it was a Patreon. Well, it is a Patreon story that I am releasing to the world now. Well, this year, as I start to work on the next Patreon story. And of course, I'm going to release my poetry essay collection book, Scars I've Collected Along the Way. I have dates in mind for all of these releases. I just don't want to say them yet because, once you say it, well, once I say it, I tend to really like to push myself to make that date happen. And I have dates in my mind, but since no one else knows about them, I'm kind of safe. So if things somehow fall apart, which I'm not planning for it to, but life happens, then I can adjust accordingly and change the date, and no one will ever know that that wasn't the original date. It's fine. For the pen name, I do plan on launching it in the back half of the year in June. But there will be some things leading up to that launch of the first series, as I finalize everything for that. And I plan to release 5 books, basically the entire first series, in the later half of the year. So if you're counting correctly, that's roughly 8 publications under both me and my pen name. And in addition to those things, I'm also still going to be working on Mackenzie Brown Book 5 and getting that drafted. I'm going to be working on re-outlining and redoing the middle grade London Chronicles book that I want to query probably in 2027. And I do still very much want to finish that pilot episode of that TV script that I started, because I really was close to finishing it up. And I just kept starting to work on other things and got sidetracked. So it's on my list to finish that episode, because I get emails about submitting pilot scripts to different contests and things, and you don't know if you can win, and if you don't submit something, and I can't submit something if I don't have anything to submit. So the first step is to get that finished and then get some help in polishing it up and see what I can do with it. Also, I have my Patreon story to draft for Patreon, which I will be working on, the 7 Deadly Sins. I thought of another story actually to do for Patreon, so I was kind of going back and forth between that one and the 7 Deadly Sins, but I think I'm going to stick to what I had originally said that I was going to do. And then there's the Her Own Separate Life book that I really want to come back to. But that was on my list last year, if you remember. I really want to get back to that book. So it's on my list. But those are my writing plans for 2026. Of course, I will put them down to manageable, bite-sized goals, if you will. And I'm going to redo some kind of configuration of a Kanban board system. I just haven't done it yet because I'm not entirely sure how I want to do it. So stay tuned for that. Because I am going to do a subsequent Q1 in January goals video. That's not today because I haven't broken down everything yet into the smaller pieces. These are just my broad strokes goals for 2026. For reading, I actually went really simple this year. As you saw last year, I had lost my mind and apparently thought I could read 72 books in a year, which I don't know why. But So this here, I just have a very loosey goosey reading goal for 2025, which is I don't have a set number of books that I'm trying to read. I do have, well, I don't have a set number overall. I do have a set number of ebooks and a set number of audiobooks. Unlimited amount of physical books, because that's my thing. My comfort is to go to the physical books, and um, I do have a lot of ebooks on my Kindle, and I'm really trying to read through them. So it would help if I actually made myself read them. Not that it's not that it's an issue reading them per se. I just always go to the physical. Um, Even when I have the ebook, if I see it in the library, I'll grab the physical because I'm just a physical person. I like the book in my hand. But um, I have all these ebooks, and I do want to read the ebooks that I have on my Kindle. I didn't get them for nothing, so I need to actually make a plan to read them. So I am at least supposed to read 8 ebooks this year and 3 audiobooks, which I think I can knock out 3 of those ebooks quite easily because I have 3 arcs to read in the first part of this year. By fellow AuthorTubers that you may or may not know about. Um, so I have 11 books as far as like the ebooks and the audiobooks, and then my physical number is unlimited. I don't have a set number because I realized my mistake in setting a blanket number last year. Don't do that. But if you saw, I did read 26 books in the year of 2025. I feel like I could do better. I did better in 2024. So I am trying to read more. I'm not up to the reading caliber I would like to be up to. And y'all know how I feel about reading and how reading and writing go hand in hand. So I really need to up my reading game. But I think I do have YouTube goals. I am going to I'm going to start a few things. I may start back doing masterclass videos. I just have to find a different way to do them than I did it before. I'm navigating a couple of different ways I can do it because those videos are really popular and I'm still getting views on the older masterclass videos. So I do realize how popular those videos are, and I really miss doing them for you guys. So I don't have the setup I had before, but I'm trying to work out how to find a different setup to do the masterclass videos. I also have I have my Fight to Be podcast that I'm going to start this year. Just going to say I'm going to start this year. Because Sky knows I have several, I have the first 11 podcast episodes outlined and detailed as to what they're supposed to be about. I just kept waiting for the right setup to do them in. And the perfect setup, really. And that may never happen. So I'm just going to go for it. It'll be a learning curve, learn as you go. And if I can get a room at the library, great. But if not, I'm going to figure it out. So that'll be something to look forward to. I don't have an exact date for when that will start. So just stay tuned. I'm going to start a car chat series where I just talk to you as I drive about different writerly topics. So if you have a topic you want to hear my take on, my opinion on, or me gab about while driving, yeah, let me know in the comments. Because that was thrown out to me as a suggestion for a series, and I do like to talk in my car. It's kind of the only place I can really just be. and a couple other different tag idea videos or tag style videos that I'm going to try to incorporate back into the rotation this year. So there's that, and definitely gonna be doing a little bit more on my Patreon this year as well. So if you're not a member of my Patreon, you should be. I'm going to, oh my gosh, do I want to say this? I am going to try live streaming for my Patreon members again. This time it's going to be for the free and paid tiers of my Patreon members. So if you are on the free tier of Patreon, you will still be able to come to my live streams. They will most likely be like one a month. Probably not in January, just to let just forewarning, it's probably not, the first one's probably not going to be in January. And they're going to be like maybe my 5K attempt days. I've discovered that I've had that one day that I try to go for 5K. It usually doesn't happen, but I try. And we'll do some fun things over there, hopefully. Y'all know how I'm trying to get better at streaming alone, so just bear with me. But I'm gonna give it another try. And that, yeah, the YouTube Patreon, that's kind of my plans for that. There's some magazine stuff, but I won't get into all of that because I haven't really ironed out everything just yet. But that is about it for my 2026 goals. I think I can manage the most of them. So yeah, that's going to be it for this video. If you like what you see and you want to see more videos from me, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe button. I post videos on Mondays. I live stream on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As per usual, if you would like to be supportive of me in any of my creative endeavors, such as my blog, my online magazine, my online store, writer merch, becoming a member of my Patreon, tipping me on my Ko-fi, buying my books on Amazon, or reading them in Kindle Unlimited, all of those links can be found in the description box below. And until next time, Happy New Year and have a blessed day. Bye.